Hi, my name is Amy Colgan-Niemeyer. I'm a certified life coach specializing in chronic health issues, and I have an interest in friendships as well. Today's topic is how to talk with others about your chronic health issues. First of all, you don't have to share anything that you don't feel comfortable sharing. That's your business. You can decide what to share and what not to share. It's up to you. But if you do want to share some information, say with family and friends, try one-on-one. It's best to do it one-on-one because then you don't have a bunch of people around that are coming and going, and maybe there's a lot of distractions. Have that one-on-one conversation with those closest friends and family and share what you feel that you need to share. And make sure you check in with them during the conversation on how they're doing, if they have any questions, if they understand what you're talking about, and so they know that you are concerned about how they are going to react to this news, and that you are open to discussion. You're open to their questions and making it as comfortable for them as possible. And also have resources available, say websites about your chronic health issues, or a fact sheet, or maybe a study, something that they can really get into and research this problem that you have, so they can get more information about it and feel more like they are in control. Because sometimes it'll scare a friend or a family member that think, oh, are you going to die? Am I going to lose you? That kind of thing. This will give them the answers that they're looking for. Whatever they don't find out from you, they can find out from these other sources as well. And let them know the do's and don'ts of your chronic health issues. What are you able to do and what are you not able to do? So maybe you used to go on 5-mile hikes with them. You can't do that anymore. Or whatever else it is. Maybe you get tired more easily. Maybe you need to be careful that you don't overexert yourself. Anything. Let your friends and family know those do's and don'ts, and get a list of do's and don'ts from your doctor too, so you can be prepared to share those things with the people that you care about the most. And maybe you'll have to cancel plans. That's another thing. If you're too tired, you may be canceling plans that you didn't before. Maybe you're planning on a dinner with friends and you can't do it. You're having symptom flare-ups. You're going to have to stay home. Talking about this ahead of time will help your friends and your family members realize that this is possible. This might happen, and for them to better understand it. And let the people in your life know that you're available to talk with them in the future. Not just this short conversation, or maybe it's a long conversation, but not just this one time. Anytime they have questions about it, they may get home and think about something else that they wish they'd asked. Invite them to contact you anytime with questions, so they know that you're open to that, and they don't feel like, oh, well, maybe I shouldn't delve into it. If you're okay with them delving into it, let them know that. And be honest. Be honest with the people that you care about. What you can do, what you can't do, what it's all about, within the realm of your comfort zone. I mean, you don't want to share everything if it doesn't feel right to you. Maybe some people you'll share more with than others. Maybe people that you're closer to, you'll share more information. That's okay. But do what feels comfortable for you. And at the same time, being honest to the extent that you feel comfortable doing so. And don't dwell on your health issues. Please, if you dwell on them, your family and friends, as much as they love you, will get tired of it. Just get to the point where, okay, yeah, all right, somebody asks you how you're doing. You don't have to do a dissertation on how you're doing. Say fine, or yeah, it was a tough day. And if they want to know more information, they'll ask. Or you can just do a little summary and then go on with what you did at work or an event that you went to, and not go on and on and on about your health issues. And okay, now what about strangers? Strangers sometimes come up to me and talk about my health issues because I have a wobble walk, so that kind of gives them an idea that something's up. So I get some questions. Well, with kids, a lot of times kids will ask me what's going on. So let the parents know that it's okay for their child to ask a question and answer it to the best of your ability within their age range, age appropriate answers. And answer questions politely and to the best of your ability. And feel free to say no comment or say, I'd rather not answer that question. Thank you. I hope you understand, or and move on. Because, like I said, you have a right to say what you feel is comfortable for you to say, what you think you need to say, but you don't have to answer questions if you don't feel comfortable doing so. And if people persist or they start to harass you, if it gets to that point, then hopefully you've put yourself in a position where you have an out, or there's a lot of people around, so you can kind of, ask for help, or scream if you need to. I hope that doesn't happen, but hopefully you do get into that situation where you have an out. I hope you don't get into the situation, but that you have an out. And you can get away from them, or somehow contact authorities if they keep bothering you. Do what you can to keep yourself safe from those types of people. Most of the time, they're people who are just curious. They're not into badgering you or anything like that. They just are curious. And those, they're fine. You can answer their questions or you don't have to, and move on. But for those people that are persistent and obnoxious or even mean, get out of the situation as soon as you can. At work, be careful who and what you tell. Know your employer's policies on health and sickness, time off, and so on. And consult a lawyer before you say anything. If you have, say, a supervisor who has given another person at the office, at work, hard time with their sicknesses, their lost time for doctor's appointments or whatever, disability, and you talk to the lawyer and see what your rights are, and go with some ammunition that says, hey, these are my rights. I know that these are my rights. And, explain to the person that, yes, these things, you'll be honest with the employer, but say, this is what I can do. And this is what I need as an alternative to enable me to do the job. I can do the job, but I need these things to be changed, or I need these to be in place, X, Y, and Z to be in place for me to properly do my job. Know your rights and insist that your rights are taken seriously. And have a doctor write out your do's and don'ts too. And that will help to allay some of the questions that maybe an employer would have. And say, well, okay, here's the job description. And here's what my doctor says I can do and what I can't do. I can do everything on that job description list. So that gives you a little bit more of a backup. And be honest, yes. But you have to be careful also of who you tell things to. Make sure that you've got the backup, the legal backup, and that you tell people that you really trust certain things that are very private, because there are some gossips out there that just want to get information and spread it all over town. You don't want to talk to people like that. So be careful. Make sure you trust these people that you talk to about intimate details. And then if you do have problems after the fact, say somebody seems fine with it and then they kind of stab you in the back, contact that lawyer. Know your rights and take care of it in that fashion. Hopefully that doesn't happen. But you do have rights, and you need to make sure that you are ready with that ammunition, so to speak, and fight back when somebody does you wrong. Because it's not your fault you have chronic health issues. It's not something that should be discriminated against. We all know that there are certain circumstances where people do discriminate, but it doesn't make it right. So look out for yourself. Be honest to the to your ability. Be honest to the point of where you feel comfortable. And know that you don't have to say anything that you don't feel comfortable with. This is your situation. These are your chronic health issues. This is your body. And you don't have to share anything that you don't feel comfortable sharing. Surround yourself with positive people. People that really have your back. And confide in those people. I've got some people in my life who I can confide in and tell just about anything. And I know that they're not going to be spreading it all over town. That's really a good comfort. It's very, very good feeling to have those people in my life. And there's other people I wouldn't say a thing. And there are people that I've shared my story with. I wrote my story. I think I've mentioned this before. I've written a manuscript about it years ago. And I've shared that with some people. And I don't share it with everybody. Maybe I will someday. But right now I don't share it with everybody. Just people who I think really would be supportive of it, and I can get also honest feedback from, because that's important. So be yourself and keep the things that you really don't want to share to yourself, but it is very healthy to be able to share some really deep things with others. If you're lucky enough to find those people that you can really trust and really care. I hope you have those people in your life. And I hope that you have found some good information from this video. And I will look forward to your comments. You can email me at amy@acnlifecoach.com or comment below. And I will catch you again next Friday for another YouTube video. New how-to video every week. You take care. Have a great weekend. Talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.